Good evening everyone, DRBMiller here. Thank you all for coming and joining my Destiny 2 broadcast. Hope you all had a wonderful and relaxing Sunday. I certainly did. And as you know, in the UK it's the Remembrance Day. So indeed I have not been able to stream anything during the day so far. But as mentioned yesterday, I had a wonderful evening with the Xbox team through their Inside Xbox live broadcast last night. They were in Mexico City at the Expo XO18 and they introduced so many interesting new things coming out on Xbox. One of which is the brilliant new titles added to the Game Pass, and as you know, I personally believe that the Game Pass is the future of our gaming industry, and it is enabling so many different subscription members worldwide to access some fairly expensive games with ease wherever they are around the globe. Also, it is allowing them to play those games at will, as long as they want, whenever they want. And we've heard yesterday that PUBG now I've got a block and I can't remember Hellblade, of course. PUBG, Hellblade and Crackdown will be included on Game Pass, and Crackdown 3, which will come out I think early next year in February, will be released via Game Pass on the same day, and it will be obviously instantly accessible to all of those subscribers. In addition, they talked about other games that are coming out, like Just Cause 4 and many other ones. But I think the focus of Microsoft at the moment is on Game Pass, as it is turning out to be very, very popular. Indeed, they have many more games on offer than what we get on PlayStation, on the same sort of service, which is called PlayStation Now. And I think, from my point of view, they are literally a mile ahead at present with the investment and the overall idea and strategy on how to engage various gamers into that community. Don't forget that gaming is all about communication and connectivity, and Xbox Live was the first facility through a console to connect people globally through various communities, Halo being obviously the first and the biggest one. And for us Destiny gamers, many of us are the old Halo gamers as well, and we absolutely adore and admire our communities, I should say, and we love the idea of being able to access our games wherever we are. I've just seen today also on Xbox postings that they are working on a new gadget, or I should say a new app that will allow people to be initiating their Game Pass downloads through their mobile phone. And basically, let's say if somebody's at work or at college and is fancying a download of a particular game, let's say Red Dead Redemption or Crackdown, by the time they get back home, they are going to be able to do that remotely from wherever they are. And I think that is absolutely amazing. As you know, some of the downloads, for instance Destiny 2, the game which we are about to be playing, are very, very big. The update I had recently was 60 gigs, and the original game I think was about 80 or 90 gigs, so it does take a little while to download even on fiber optic broadband, and being able to access the game early and then having it all done and dusted by the time you got back home is just really amazing, and really something that all of us gamers want to see on every single console. So I had Xbox crew from Mexico City. I got all of the news on my Twitter. I posted all the bulletins through my Twitter, and I directed everyone through my news bulletin to some of those exciting new bits coming out of Mexico City. I certainly hope that lots of you are going to subscribe to Game Pass and then compete through PUBG. I am presently playing everything through PS4, and obviously I'm equally excited about PS4 arriving in December to PlayStation. So, you know, we're going to have a lot of fun with PUBG. I played a lot of PUBG earlier in the year, and I've done it through my tablet, which was, you could say, the initiation of PUBG Mobile. As you know, the app was available free of charge, and therefore there were very many people worldwide doing it, playing it. And I particularly liked some of the add-ons, which were basically mobile only. It had really very good graphics, very good slides. The controls for the character were massively enhanced, and I particularly like the fact that I was able to use the prone position quite a bit, and then stay in cover in my prone position and then shoot at the enemies, or I should say shoot at the opponents of mine. As you know, it's one person against 99, and the one that remains alive at the end wins the game and gets a chicken dinner. So we'll be cracking on with lots of chicken dinners here on PlayStation 4 as well as the game arrives. But in the future I'll be doing a variety of streams from all platforms that will include Xbox as well as PC. But presently we are focused on the beauties of our PlayStation 4, its quality graphics, amazing sound, and everything else that PlayStation has to offer. So on that note, I want to announce that as from tomorrow, for a week, I will be testing the PlayStation Now services, and I'm hoping to be able to stream lots of these games through my channel, and therefore I'd like to invite everybody to come in and have a look. The streams are going to be lasting throughout the day, so they will be quite extensive. You've noticed that in the course of this week I didn't stream as much, and the reason for that is my massive preparations for what is to follow next week. I'm hoping that my streams, if indeed successful, I've not used the service before, so therefore I have to test it and see whether it works. But if it does work, and if the majority of games could be streamed without any difficulty, we'll use the week as an introduction to, in fact, several things. First of all, I'll introduce you to PlayStation Now services, how they operate, as to why you should use them at all, and also to the variety of games they offer. In addition to that, we are all going to be introduced to certain titles. We'll be focusing on two lots. One, the very popular, well-known games such as Resident Evil and Red Dead, etc. And on the other hand, we'll be looking at the games that are obscure and not that well-known and popular amongst the fans of the gaming community. We'll use that as an opportunity to introduce these games, because, you know, sometimes we stumble on a great indie title which is truly wonderful, perhaps not very extensive, but, you know, very enjoyable and entertaining. We don't get many of those reviews through IGN and GameSpot and various other websites. Therefore, it's very important for them to be equally presented through Twitch channels. So it is going to be a bit of an experiment. I really look forward to it. And if it does work, we'll do the same thing with Xbox Game Pass, and we get introduced to lots of different titles. I always loved going to cinema in the old days and then sit there before the feature presentation and simply immerse into all these trailers of, you know, forthcoming attractions. In Britain, we had usually quite a few trailers before our feature presentations, and obviously today we can access them on YouTube and via computers and various other platforms with ease. And sometimes I literally just switch them on and then watch as many trailers as possible, because trailers are not just an advert for a certain film. They give you lots of different ideas on what that film will be like, and they're really made very differently. Some reveal the story, the others are just snippets of what is to be experienced. Therefore, it's always interesting to use them as the mainstream guide on what films to watch. Sometimes you like actors, at other times you like action. Some of the trailers look really exotic and mysterious, and therefore you choose accordingly. Well, we'll do the same with our presentations. As you know, we get trailers on every single game accessible to consoles. But you know, being able to experiment a bit with the trailer and then watch the game through PlayStation App services will be a very, very rewarding type of experiment. I really look forward to it, and I certainly hope that many of you will join me. But for tonight, we are going to continue with our exploration of Destiny 2 World. For all of you that were here yesterday on various platforms, well, thank you for watching the channel and being with me and, enjoying the broadcast and enjoying all these firefights. On Destiny 1 World, we were basically pursuing strikes for the whole week. And yesterday I had completed about a dozen, and some of them were quite difficult, particularly those that had modifiers. 2 had enemies that were quite resistant to our attack and to some of our weapons. They kept respawning, or they were incredibly powerful, or not particularly vulnerable to rockets and rocket launchers. And I tell you what strikes I played yesterday. I played Shield Brothers, Fallen Saber, the Undead Saber again, the Will of Kreuter, the Nexus, Sepix Perfected, and Echo Chamber. In fact, there were 2 lots. One was the Siva Heroic Strikes, and the other were just Siva Strikes. So it was greatly enjoyable. I had some amazing teammates who were really, really good in co-op, and they strategized, and they were your true Destiny veterans. You could tell from the strength of their weapons and the ability of the kit, to the way they sort of positioned themselves and the way they played together with me and others. Sometimes some people come in that are chasing scores and simply race to those missions. The reason for that is they played them so many times and they knew exactly where the enemies were coming from, and therefore they didn't require any assistance and they were not really gelling in with teamwork. Well, I much prefer the other group, because gaming is about teamwork. It is about communicating, and it is about connecting. So therefore, being able to get in, to be there for your buddy, to help him out, either with advice or tips or with strategy, and most important, when he dies, with your ability to revive them, is fundamental to this community and to co-op gaming overall. People who do not adhere to that, they're not really your proper team players, and they simply fall out. So, without further ado, we are going to be pursuing our Destiny 2 missions. We may entertain 1 or 2 strikes as well. We'll see how we go. And now is the time simply to jump in and enter our Destiny 2 world. So without further ado, we are going to jump in. It always takes a bit of time for those Destiny 2 servers to allow us to get in. But once we do, we go to our login screen, and then we proceed with our signing in procedure. And we always log in, well, presently as Warlock Human Male, played in this instance by DRBMiller, in other words, myself. I'm actually considering whether to play other characters as well, Titan and Hunter. But in order to do that, I would have to be happy with my results as Warlock, which means maximum light, maximum points, and maximum levels. So there's quite a lot still for me to do in Destiny 1 to get there. About 9 points left to get 400 light. It's been a bit of a long haul to get there, particularly after reach 380. But so far, so happy with my results. Let's not forget that I played the game for about 7-8 weeks so far, and literally started from scratch. I was the first time venturer into the Destiny world, the Destiny universe, and so far I've achieved quite a lot thanks to everyone from our community, Thanks to all of their tips and advice, and also for their very friendly, very attentive co-op as well, from missions through adventures and strikes. So there we are. We are now going to sign in as Warlock Human Male, and we will crack on. Is anyone playing still the tournament or getting entertained by Gambit? I know Taco is. Taco Inquisition has been playing Gambit during this weekend, and he said he was really, really pleased to have finished one of the missions in there, which was extremely difficult. Hope all of you guys are enjoying it. I've not gone this far yet, as I need to be completing all of my story missions first. So there we are. We need to go to Earth. Let me just have a look at what I have completed last time. That I will get on my Destiny Companion. I most highly advise you to be using Destiny Companion through Bungie for Destiny 2, and then DestinyTracker.com for Destiny 1, and you'll be able to get your detail scores on either of those depending on what game you are currently playing. So let's have a look. Destiny Companion is on a different tablet of mine, so I have to be getting there first, but I will be there very, very shortly, and there it is, up and running with my scores. But if I'm not mistaken, I need to go to my profile first, and then I need to see what I achieved, so just bear with me. I just want to give you a refresher on what's been happening. We got, in order to do that, you go to game history. So let's have a look. We've had completion of Chosen, completion of Larceny, and the last one I completed was a story-based mission called 1AU. So after doing this, we had a major cinematic sequence. We've seen that the enemy was very, very displeased about the defeat which we had inflicted to the forces, and that the enemy is considering some very menacing, malignant types of strategy which will affect us in order to prevent us from advancing. So obviously we are going to be hitting the enemy as hard as we can, and we will plan with our commanders on how to do that most effectively. We've done a couple of adventures as well, but unfortunately the companion is not labeling those adventures with the actual titles, so it is not possible to tell you exactly which ones they were, which I think is a thumbs down in terms of the stats. On DestinyTracker.com you can see literally every single thing that you do. Right, so it was Chosen, Larceny and 1AU, and now we are going to go and continue with our missions. So let's see what is there to follow. It may well be that we need to go to let's see, Chosen, the last city. Traveler, and for some reason I don't see the farm anymore. I was just going to go to the farm and I don't see it. So what's there? The Vanguard. It's the Nightfall Strike, that's the Legacy Strikes. I see. So we need to access one of those, right? Crucible, what does it say there? What we've done is, in our last mission, we had destroyed Almighty, and that's why the enemy was so concerned, and indeed they had fought amongst themselves at the end after they discovered the bad news. That's exactly what we wanted to achieve as well. We want the enemy to be destroyed, obliterated. We want them to be having a lot of infighting, to be absolutely disunited. Excuse me. And this is what we are trying to achieve. So, without further ado, we are going to the Chosen, the last city. It's a mission actually called Chosen rather than our destination. So, let's see what is to follow. There we are, high up in the air, up in the skies. Still in this cranky old ship. Are we going to be given a brand new one, or do we have to purchase it? Something to be discovered.
The Traveler. What's happening to it? Zavala, we're back and ready to go.
There we are. It looks like we arrived at our destination. And a bit of those cinematics. Looks like we were hit. Oh. That Cancer Boy's here. Hello, how are you doing? Thank you so much for joining my broadcast and being a part of our community. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast and what you've seen so far.
Guardian, are you still with us?
We're fine, but the Traveler.
That's why we're here, to stop this madness. Ikora and I are converging on the rally point. Cade's already there.
We'll use the Vex teleporter to jump to the Traveler, if we make it there alive.
We've got your back.
Welcome back, Guardian. Glad you could join the party. Red Legion's using these energy barriers to funnel us into kill boxes. I can hack into the grid and knock it down for short stretches. Stand by.
That Cancer Boy says this is the last mission. Make it count. Is that the last mission? Already? The last mission on the story? I thought we had still a lot more to play. Alright, let's see what happens. So where do we go? We jump down there, gonna die. Thank. Right, there we are. We didn't die. Let's have a look at the weapons that I have. Hand cannon, is it 216? It's 212. Pulse rifle. Pulse rifle, scout rifle, automatic rifle. Pulse rifle. Try hand cannon for now. So we need to have a rendezvous with the Vanguard. Right. I love the graphics. All the attention to that detail given by the developer. Really amazing. Look at this burning fires. Look at this. Seriously mouth-watering. So appealing as well. Come in here and have a cup of coffee. I like my RPG techniques, you know, looking at everything, exploring the space. We don't really need to do that in Destiny as much, but still it's quite nice. See all these interesting areas. It's a bit like when you come to a new town, you want to check out every single cafe, you want to find out what's sort of hiding, you know, behind every corner. Who's firing? Powerful handgun for sure. Quite good. I've not been using handguns that much, but some of my community members think I really should. And as you can see, they are very effective when used for these kind of precision shots. Can't complain really. Well, the trouble with some of the games is that they're really quite highly divorced from real life using a different kind of weapon. But you know, this is obviously best for me. Close range and That Cancer Boy says hand cannons are his favourite. Fantastic. Well, I'll be literally following your advice because you told me before that's so good. And in this instance, we are going to be using that, as you can see, for these precision shots. Woo! Ooh, missed it. Okay. I wasn't really that precise. But they are quite good, I have to say. What I've done so far. Ooh, that was pretty good. Look at that. Hit that friendly now. In arrow, of course. So we are having a rendezvous with our vanguard, right? Let's find him fast.
Barrier's down. Move it.
Barriers.
The barrier's about to close.
We're through.
Roger that. We're almost at the rally point.
Cade, is the teleporter active?
Ow! Son of... Yep, almost ready.
Knew it. Never send a Cade to do a Hawthorne job.
Heard that, Poncho.
Literally just doing a bit of target practice in here. I'm doing quite well with this hand cannon. Colt revolver, and that I could gather in here. Look at him. Where did he go? Just disappeared. It glitched. my enemies are definitely not my friends, I can tell you. Okay, so we need to go up here. Seven is the loading. Sniper. Why do I not have that sniper on? Strange.
Run! Barrier disrupted! Get moving! Red Legion's reactivating the barriers! Hold them off! The barrier's back up!
See, my precision shots with his hammer are pretty good. Quite happy. Ooh. Why am I not having a super?
Run! Barrier disrupted!
Cade, we're seeing a squad of Red Legion flanking in position. What's your status?
Damn it! Next time you get to fix the Vex tech while being shot at. Keep your head down, Cade. We're almost there.
So that's pretty good. Any more weapons in here to collect? Any ammunition? Any more anything?
Ikora and I have reached the rally point, but Cade is still wrestling with the teleporter.
I can either shoot or work on this thing, but not both, because they just shot off my arm!
Cade, we need that teleporter. We can't hold this position much longer!
They're coming at us from all sides. We need your help, Guardian.
So where are they? Up here.
The Traveler. Gaul found a way to drain its light. It's the only explanation. Guardian, we have to stop him. If he takes the light, it's over.
What is this? Okay. Okay. Okay, so there are results. And what next? Daredevil is here. Hi again, he says. Hello, how are you doing? Thank you so much for coming and watching my broadcast. Also being a part of our community for Destiny 2 and for Destiny 1. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast so far. I'm certainly enjoying all of my gameplay tonight. It's been great and exciting. Yeah, I'm very good, thank you. Daredevil's asking how my day's been and how am I, and so all good, all very good. He says the Constable says jump from building to building. Yeah, I will be. I'm just trying to find out which building to go to first. I think it's going to be this one first. Oh, I missed it! Going for the wrong one. That. See where the building will take. It's probably towards there. We don't have anything down there. Alright. So that's too far. Too far as well. That looks too far as well. Everything looks too far. No. Yeah, the Chancellor says follow your arrow. I'm following my arrow, but you know, I'm not quite sure where to go here because it's all, look, this is like really deep. Where am I to go? I don't have anything. See? It's a massive abyss in there. Start building in there. How do I get there? Can't fly. Oops.
Ikora, Cade, if we don't make it out of this alive, know that I've never been prouder to be part of your fire team.
If we have to die, at least we'll die in the shadow of the Traveler, old friend.
We're about to die and you're still making speeches?
it is. Oh, I did get it. Sweet. Real shame you can't really drink some of those teas, you know? In RPG, you can pick it up and a cup of tea in the middle of gunfight. But in here, we cannot do that, which is a bit regrettable. I quite fancy a cup of tea. In fact, I'm having my cup of tea in here, which I'm going to be drinking. There it is. Nicely refreshed. More tea, right? No access. That's annoying. Probably need to go up there, back again. Yeah, I guess, right. My goodness. Something battered. Yeah, that's the idea. Hit him in those tanks, and then he is cold. The canister. But you know what? I'm having too many of those handguns. I'm really sorry about my sniper rifle. And why am I not having my sniper rifle on? 155, 214. Submachine. Shotgun, auto rifle. Sniper rifle. Unfortunately, it's just the only one I've got, I think. Scout rifle. Oh, going back in. Right. What's up here? Sniper. Hand cannon. Pulse rifle, 212. 216. Try that one. 218, 212. Try and see what happens.
One more. Hey! Don't shoot that!
Guardian, we can't make the jump. It's all on you now. Save the travelers.
Cora's injured.
I'm working. Probably stable. Let's skate. One step and you'll be right next to the big guy.
Go for the Vanguard.
Supercharged.
You're on Gaul's command ship. As close to the travelers we can get you. Be brave. for all of us.
Hang on. What is happening in there? Okay, I'm quite happy with what I've got at the moment. Don't need to change anything. Nothing of interest in that. Underestimated the power. I thought that my super would just do them, and that did not happen. So that's the
You're on Gaul's command ship. It's as close to the travelers we can get you.
I'll wait for my super to recharge. Hit them with my super. Hopefully half of them will be gone. So let's just be patient for a moment, and let's just have a biscuit until my super gets fully recharged, and then we'll hit them. Somebody says, what if I told you that I discriminate against people from the EU? Well, if you read the chat instructions, then it said clearly that these kinds of comments are inappropriate in here. We are not talking about politics in here. I don't know where you're from, but this is unacceptable. Ridiculously silly that people come in here to discuss politics. Let's double check that indeed this person was prevented by my moderator from coming back again. Don't know what that's supposed to mean. That kind of nonsensical, offensive, discriminatory comment. Well, that counselor says, I can't read the last word, you know, because it's a family-friendly channel. But, you know, I've no idea what the idea was there. Are we actually discussing hear wars and, you know, and somebody coming up. I don't know whether you are British as myself, but, you know, on the Remembrance Day, 100 years since we ended the First World War, somebody comes up with that kind of comment. It's just really absolutely despicable. And anybody who's entering chat does get a pop-up with instructions, what they can, what they cannot do. And discussing politics or anything else which is, you know, considered offensive or discriminatory or whatever is just not on. I don't tolerate this in here. There are other forums where these things could be obviously aired. In here, we are to play games and discuss issues which are gaming related, right? Well, let's just forget about it. Such people are being dealt with immediately, so let's not waste our time on them and let's enjoy our destiny. But I just find it astonishing that on the Remembrance Day somebody comes up with a comment like that. That's actually offensive to a crime. Absolutely detest this. I mean, people who do that sort of thing. Did I succeed? Yep, so they all have been resolved, so that's pretty good. So we'll crack on. There we go. Advancing. Ooh.
There's the Traveler. We're getting close.
Here's the Traveler. Where is he? Wait a minute. I need to get to there. Look at this tank. Hiding there. It's unfair. Come on, leg it. Bomb cell. No, the bomb is effective. Wait a minute. Didn't work. cannon will do better, I think. No. Well, then a grenade. Shield, so that's what it is. Alright. Is my super up or not? That it is. Alright. What? He wasn't even... Oh no! How can this be? Untouched? Look at him. What you call close quarter battle. Close range this was, for sure. I need to collect some ammunition. Is there any more? I'm not even check. Ooh, enough. That Cancer Boy says good luck. Well, thank you very much. Thank you for coming and for watching the channel. Hope you enjoyed the firefights. Hope you enjoyed Destiny 2. Thank you. Hope to see you soon. Cutscene.
Fitting your traveler would send you to face me once more. Look upon me. Dominus of the Red Legion. Annihilator of suns. Raiser of 1,000 worlds. Slayer of gods and conqueror of the light. I am God! And I have become legend.
You've become a legend. Well, let's see about that. Looks like a duel. Do I have weaponry which is good
You
enough?
won't escape me again! Your travelers should have chosen me. And now it is too late. Look at your dead god. It won't save humanity a second time. I am God. I claim what is mine.
Just need to stay alive. So where have you gone? It's tricky, isn't it? Terrible enemies in here. So where is it?
Let your city die! Give up! You have nothing to fight for! Nothing to die for!
Difficult, eh? rocket launcher or something in there, right? What is this? Died. No, it's starting from this. Should have gone underneath. Still being hurt. Too many enemies. Killed me again. He regained some of his life. Let's take a look. Try to get him with my suit back. Advantage. fast enough in here by the looks of it. Never mind, we'll get him. Bit by bit.
to you! You know nothing of sacrifice! Nothing of worth!
Hi Taco, back in positions here. How are you doing? All good, as you can see. Playing Destiny 2. Having a lot of fun. Just at the point where I can kill this beast. So I need to find the exact place so I can do that. Kill him! I completed mission chosen, and the beast is dead.
Traveler, do you see me now? I am immortal. A god. You have failed. Witness the dawning of a new age.
So he's alive. Ah, that's disappointing. What did you do? Taco says he completed Red War. Congratulations. Came in at the right time. Well, thank you, sir. Thank you. Indeed. Red War has been completed. Let's see what happens next. But what happened to this beast? Is he going to live on? Is he eternal? Is he like a spirit or something? Because I've hit him with my super and he exploded and fell. And then that's, you know, a ghost came out, whatever that was. A spirit. Truly evil. Alright, sit down for a minute. Watch the cinematics. Ugh. Zavala's up there. And Cade's there as well.
The light lives in all places, in all things. You can block it, even try to trap it, but the light will find its way.
Right, that looks like the end. to our community, you become the main characters in the stories we tell. You fill our worlds with your light and your friendship. So, Taco, what is to happen next? Have I actually finished the game? Is that all there was with story? Ah, now we'll play DLC. But I have to say that the base of the game is like really short. If that's what people bought initially, that was like really very short. I guess they could have played strikes and that. Maybe not, I don't know. It's much shorter than Destiny 1, I think, the base game, isn't it? Or maybe not, maybe I'm just imagining, I don't know. Because I purchased the collection, which has got everything, so it probably came across as much longer than that. Red War was the first section of the game, I take it. So the Curse of Osiris was the next bit. Right. Well, I have to say I loved it. I think it was really beautifully construed, told, developed and executed. I really enjoyed every bit of it. The only thing I didn't enjoy were those glitches. About 5 major glitches, I think. But this beast at the end was really hard to kill. He wasn't heavily modded or anything like that, so I was able to kind of hit him quite good with my weapons, although I thought I was under-equipped to deal with him. I didn't have really any amazing weapons. Our community's been a bit quiet during the last few weeks. I have to say, yesterday and today hardly anybody came in, which is very unusual. Not sure why. I mean, I've been streaming a lot less this week because I'm preparing for next week, where I'm going to be doing variety streams on PlayStation Now, but everyone's a bit quiet. Apart from, obviously, our regulars, which are always here. You know, when you see these credits, you realise what sort of massive project this is. All these people were working on this game for several years. So, you know, hats off, really. I think we really have to appreciate the hard work that's been put into the game, and we really always have to try to support them as much as we can. And the best way of supporting is through our community. Anybody who watched Xbox, X5 the other day in Mexico City could see that it's all about communication, tagging, hashtag here, hashtag there, and communicating, talking about the game, sharing screenshots, being fully part of it. And that's what I want to see. The more you communicate, the better. And I always invite everybody, all the gamers, people who perhaps do not like being streamers or, up and about, doing live shots. Communicate. Twitter, take screenshots on your PC or console and upload a comment or two, a few hashtags, and you're supporting the game. And also remember, support the streamers. We do a lot of hard work, and we try to really present the games to the best of our ability. And, we also want to love them and enjoy them together with everyone. And as you know, you can support them in all sorts of ways, from following us on Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram and YouTube, through subscriptions, and one of the easiest ways is just by throwing in cheers and bits. And you know, by doing so you support not just myself personally, but the entire online entrepreneur community. Lots of people are doing streams, has to be said, and I'm amazed by the quantity and even more so by the quality of so many people producing very, very high quality content, and you know, with a great variety. Credits are never ending, but justly so, because there's so many studios and so many art and animation and design people involved, and it absolutely shows. For all of you interested, I have been uploading a lot of concept art from Destiny 1 and 2 to my Instagram, so just go to my Instagram and have a look. You'll be able to see how this game was conceived and then developed. Lots of images are significantly different to what we see in both games as final products. To have a look at those and to get this idea if you love the game. And you know what? Why not just download some of them and then print them, put them on your wall? All formats, if you've got printers at home. If not, take them to your local photo shop and they'll be able to print them for you. Why not have a very nice selection of these beautiful images, or create a nice album, be it on paper or online. Open Pinterest and throw in all the images from your favorite games. You know, the means through which you can connect with others and share images is just the best that's ever been in human history, so why not use it? Who knows, in the future things might be chargeable, may not be for free, but we need to really embrace and use as much as possible. I have so many screenshots on my console, and I just really regret that it's a bit difficult to transfer them to Instagram, and that's really slowing it down a bit, but I'll do some on Twitter, and Instagram is much better for that sort of thing, but there isn't a direct link for Instagram uploads. Hopefully in the future there will be. Just posting them to Facebook is just not as interesting. You may ask, why am I playing all the credits? Well, it's very simple. It's out of respect for people that worked on the game. Every single person there had really, you know, put blood, sweat and tears every day for us to be able to enjoy this game. And every single name there is not just a name. You know, that is a person who has been working on the game and making it possible for us to enjoy it. It's extremely important that we recognize the effort and support them. By streaming the credits, writing comments and hashtags, posting them on Twitter and Instagram, and then we're all supporting Bungie to start with, and then everyone else has been involved with Destiny 1 and 2. You've heard that they had some concerns about the Destiny Forsaken perhaps not selling as well as expected, but I thought that the community was as good and as vibrant as always. But when I hear the news that the game's not selling as well as expected, I get really major concerns that some of the future projects might be underfunded or discontinued, and that is certainly something we want to prevent. So absolutely, get online, communicate, post images. As you could see the other day, the Xbox team had asked for everyone to be making some photographs, screenshots of the moments in gaming which changed their lives, and then asked, you know, look at that, we will never forget the friendships and memories we made these last few years. We're humbled to be surrounded and supported by so many wonderful people. Thank you so much for standing together with us on this unforgettable journey. We hope that we made you proud. You absolutely did. We absolutely love the game, and what we've seen is astonishing. It's beautiful, it's highly replayable, and it brings us all together. So we love it, and we'll stay with it. I have Just say Destiny's coming very close to Mass Effect, my favorite game of all times. I never played Mass Effect as much as I played Destiny during the last 2 months, but you know, we replay Mass Effect again, and we'll re-engage with our lovable characters there. So let's see what is to come up next. Beautiful cinematics. Hopefully that's not that evil spirit. Smells of another evil character out there. I certainly hope I'm completely mistaken and totally wrong. But regrettably, I'm sure there will be another baddie out there. There always is. Taking a long while to load, as usual. The postmaster is completely out of space. Didn't read the rest of it, just like gone. It was gone too quickly. Hopefully I'll get another message. Taco says, yeah, Bungie said they were gonna try and fix the loading time. But look at this. See, that's a bit funny. We've had the and this is a bit strange, but never mind, we'll have a look. First of all, where are we? What is this place, right? That is the first question that I have. You can see we have several people that we need to talk to. The options. Now, we do not have the best level in there, and that's because I reduced the efficiency of weapons. So it's 218. I needed some other weapons to the ones that we could have been using. Like, for instance, that's 214. 214 is the best, isn't it? And then this is 214 as well, so that's all good. Oh, 219, yes please, going up in. We'll put another emblem on, and that will be Blaze Blast. Walker's Warp. Wait a minute. Walker's Warp tracks the number of enemies seen by Voidwalker. Tracks the number of enemies seen by a civilian player. No, we'll definitely keep that one on. Because it has a different function and we are using the Voidwalker all the time. So that's pretty good. We are going to keep that one. Right. So that's looking good. We are happy. But we need to double check all we've got here. So that section is well done, I would say, right? So let's see what we got here. General. So that's general, right? Yeah. So complete this campaign. Mission chosen. That's completed. It's all done already. Why is that? Mind you, I did double check that previously, so it was all done. Companions? No, there's nothing on companions, I don't think. Heroic story missions.
I'm an attendant. There are many like me, but I am me. He's all going into the wrong bed.
Strikes raids, okay, that's not of interest.
Service log updated.
Seals.
Tasks underway.
My shift was supposed to end an hour ago. What's going on?
Lord triumphs. Crucible main tribe anything. Gambit. Destinations. Destinations.
Can you get the job done in time? Yep, I'm calling it. All clear here.
What do you think this machine does?
Collections.
You're being reassigned to that wall.
Plus triple 195. 195. Blades blast. Character inventory.
Caught another one smuggling worms for out of the city.
Status pending.
We need fresh coolant. Or stuff scorched the manifold.
All of them?
These orders are all wrong.
I'm here now. Seems like a false alarm.
We need fresh coolant. Old stuff scorched the manifold.
Sub-basement levels. Only 4 have been cleaned and certified safe for use.
Caught another one smuggling worms for out of the city.
What's going on?
Okay, so that seems to be all in order, more or less.
How many Cabal did you get today?
Lord Shax.
Ah, one of our brightest returns.
Seasonal rankings. Shax, looking every more animated than usual, welcomes you to a new world of valor and glory and encourages you to test your prowess in the newly ranked Crucible. What is this? Welcome package. Yeah, but we need to go in there and we need to fight it.
D needs our help, Guardian. Get out there.
That's a very nice scene. Okay. Who else is in there? Who wants to speak to us? Is that almost everyone?
I can help you. Let's get you back out there.
This weapon in here. Tracer to do the gameplay. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Increase reputation. Okay, faction reward. Dismantle rare legendary gear to get gunsmith materials. Learn level 20 rewards from the gunsmiths. Okay. Gear mods. I see I need to have some of these mod components to get it. Okay. So that's
lost too much when the Red Legion hit us.
Okay, really good. Who else is there?
Yes.
Postmaster. Legendary engram. Legendary engram. 215 power. An engram with complex markers. A crypt arc should be able to decoy this into a piece of powerful equipment. No.
Transfer.
The poisons are. Please retrieve them before they are lost forever. Okay. Taco says screen is off. Right, don't know why. I got this error message saying that the internet connection was too poor. There's some error at the moment on PlayStation Network, so just bear with me, Taco. I will try to resolve this as soon as I can. Don't know what the problem is.